Hello everyone, so this is the video lesson 44 and here we are continuously discussing about the double slit diffraction and we discuss the derivation to obtain the resultant intensity, and then after we found that in the intensity term there are two functions, one for the single slit diffraction and the other function is for the interference due to the two slits. Okay, so we discussed about the conditions of maxima and minima and all about the two terms, one for the diffraction and other for the interference. Okay, so now in this video lesson let's see the combined pattern on the screen. Okay, so here first of all I try to draw the single slit pattern. This is the single slit diffraction. Okay, this is the single slit maximum intensity at this point. So this is the intensity versus beta graph, and this pattern is for the single slit. So the maximum intensity is I naught, as you know, in the single slit. So and this is the central maximum, and here there are two other secondary maxima, and the order of this is also 1. Here this is the order of also 1, and these two are the minima. Okay, so this is the actual pattern on the screen. Okay, so you can see here that the maximum light is concentrated on the in the central maximum, and then after very dim light, only about 3% is for the first secondary maxima, and also very dim light here for the first secondary maxima. However, the other secondary maxima is very dim and hard to visible. Okay, so this is the single slit maximum single slit intensity pattern. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so this figure is the double slit interference with single slit diffraction. Okay, so you can see here that the same figure here. First of all, the inner blue lines are the interference term, interference intensity, and that interference intensity is modified by the diffraction. Okay, so this is very important result about the double slit diffraction, that on the screen the pattern. This is the final pattern. Here you can see here that this is the pattern due to the double slit. Okay, and this pattern is very much identical with the single slit. Okay, so this is the identical with the interference pattern. So this is the interference pattern. Okay, so but now you can see that the intensity due to the interference is modified by the diffraction. Okay, so the maximum light is concentrated in the center, but there are fringes. This is the difference between single slit and double slit. Here there is a continuous spread of the light in the central bright band, but here there is a envelope of the bright band, like that. Okay, there is a collection of fringes at the center, and there is another collection of the fringes, but of the low intensity at the point of the first secondary maxima. And the similar situation is on the other side. Here you can see that there is a collection, there is a gathering of the interference maximum points, but of dim intensity. Okay, so the separation, you can see that the separation, what is this separation? This is the interference fringe width. Okay, this fringe width is determined by the slit separation. However, the envelope size, this is the size of the envelope of the diffraction maximum, is determined by the slit width small e. This is the small e term. Okay, and you can also see that the intensity on this axis, there is intensity. Intensity is 4 times multiple of the single slit maximum intensity. What is the single slit maximum intensity? The single slit maximum intensity is given by I naught. I naught is equal to capital A square. But in double slit diffraction, the maximum intensity is 4 times of the single slit maximum intensity. Let's see in the formula. Where is the formula for the intensity? Let's see here. So you can see that here this term, the intensity at the center is 4a square. You can apply the limit for the maximum intensity for the center. At center beta is equal to 0. So you can limit and you can solve this equation and you will found that the intensity at center is given by 4a square, while in the single slit at center the intensity was a square, which is equal to I naught. So here in the double slit, the intensity is 4 times of the single slit. So this is the very important difference. So all about this experiment is that this is totally energy conservation principle. Whatever the light reduced at here and some other effect, that light is multiplied at the center. Okay, so this is the combined result. Okay, now let's see another effect, another figure. Here I try to draw more precisely the effect. So there are 3 colors. One is for the purple color is for the interference. This is the diffraction. Blue line is for the diffraction pattern, and red color is for the resultant pattern. Resultant is the resultant on the screen. Whatever the observer observe on the screen, that is the resultant. Okay, so you can see the purple fringes here. This is the cos square alpha, and there are bright. This is the bright fringe and this is the dark fringe. So they are alternative in nature. Okay, they are alternative. One is the bright, this is the bright, this is the dark. So this is the purple fringes is the interference due to the 2 slits, like the double slit experiment. While the diffraction is for the single slit, you can here I plot only one envelope, which is the central maxima. So obviously after the central maxima there are the points of the secondary maxima and so on. Okay, so this is the blue color graph is for the single slit diffraction. However, the resultant, you can see that in the resultant is the modification of the intensity of the interference. So diffraction is the modification term. Diffraction modify the interference intensity on the screen. So a very important feature about the double slit diffraction is the missing order. Okay, you can see here that, so this is the 0 order, this is the 0 order maxima, this is the first order, second order, third order, fourth order. Okay, so these are the orders of the interference maxima, and you can see that the M3 order in the final pattern is 0 here at this. Okay, this is the zero intensity at here. Such are known as the missing orders. So in this graph there is a missing order m is equal to 3. So there is another very important physics related to the missing order. What are the conditions for the missing order? Okay, so we will discuss in next video lesson. Okay, so I think you can understand the effect. So you can compare the 2 graph. Here the maximum intensity at the center, this is the actual pattern. Okay, so this is the missing order at this point on the screen. The light must be appear because there is a maximum of the interference, but at this point the maximum band is disappeared. There is a dark band here. That's why the M3 is the missing order. And similarly